All right, and we're back for a second stream. They've decided to resume their grind here after doing a dinner break. Prodigy and Clickr on their second session against one another of the day. And this actually saved, apparently, how many hands they had played already. So we can keep track of that. Prodigy is still up in points, currently with 10 points lead here for the day. I'm working on getting some guests on. Hopefully we can find someone. And let's see if we can catch some interesting hands here. Lama and Kevin Rabicha, actually, they were playing for a little bit. I was hoping to catch them playing simultaneously with Prodigy. I was having a dinner break myself, but they stopped playing just a few minutes ago. So yeah, we don't get to see that, unfortunately. Actually, I can ask Lama. I'll drop a message to him, see if he wants to join. It would be nice to hear from Lama. It's been a while. Yeah, since last Cash Game World Championship, really. What do we have here? Potential big pot brewing. Ace 6-6 on the flop. Turn is a 7. We see a bet and a call, and a 7 on the river. So any 6 or 7 is a boat. And action is on Clickr. SPR1. He's gonna check. No, wait. He used time actually. And wait, what? I need to replay that. I need to replay that. You know what? Full screen it even. So it's a 3-bet pot. Well, actually, let's reveal the hands. Clickr has a flush draw. He 3-bets free. He continues betting, although it is a paired board. Bet small, gets called. On the turn, he keeps firing. And yeah, I mean, he has a flush draw. The board is double paired. He's just going to give it up. Prodigy checks back. So yeah, probably worried that... I mean, it's a 3-bet pot, right? He probably thinks nothing worse is going to call here. Any better ace has him crushed. He's losing to a 6. He's losing to a 7. So just going to play it safe. You would have to be certain somebody's going to call with a ace 8 to make a bet here. Like just a low ace, basically. I think I've messaged about everybody that I could message. So hopefully someone gonna come and hang out. Would be nice to hear from the real experts. Maybe learn something together. And you block pocket nines that may call. Really, nines would call on this. Heads up is wide. You know, someone that's not a high-level player that plays only ring games, I look at his hands, I'm like, yeah, this is like another layer of poker and yeah, just wild things that are unknown to me for sure. How's the standings looking? Okay, wait. Let's wait for the left-hand side hand to finish. Then I'll bring them up. So make sure we don't miss a hand, which could be significant. $7.50 in the middle. Action on Prodigy in position. And it looks like he took it down with a bet. All right, let me show you the standings. So this should be up to date. KraciFisk way ahead in the leads in Group A with 53 points currently. Went through about, I think he said around half the hands that he's supposed to play in total. Linus minus 50 points, not doing too hot. And Vasca Nico just minus 3 for now. And then in Group B, only Xiaojun and Flushy have played. They did play 3 tables. Xiaojun's starting to get quite a bit ahead here, 44 points currently. Group C, Lama and Kevin Rabichow actually just played a session. I think that was their first session. And it looks like Lama was able to take the lead 11 points, since that's what Kevin Rabichow is down. Unfortunately, we missed that on the stream. Friends call me Mark in there as well with minus 10 points currently. It's still a lot of hands to be played in this one. And yeah, Jungle hasn't played yet. Group D, that's where we are. Prodigy and Clickr battling one another. They're currently first and second in the group, going hard in the paint. Minus 52, having a hard time against those two guys. And yeah, still a long way to go and many, many more hands to be played. $15 points currently for Prodigy. What's up, the amazing Jack? Welcome back. Yo.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's going on?
I just connected. I'm so happy we are on and live. Owen is back playing? Or...
Yeah, they just had like a dinner break, both of them. So did I. And then I think they were most likely going to play again. And yeah, here they are back at it.
I saw earlier on Owen had some big pots and he doubled up, tripled up. Is he still up like 3-4 stacks or?
I think so. The thing is, like, I'm not sure if the amount of hands is just from this session today that they played, the 2 sessions, or if it's the previous ones. Because I think they had played before. But I'm not sure actually if they had played. But anyway, this says they're 467 hands into their 1875 hands game, and Owen is 15 points up in that sample.
Is this sample so far, or in this session they are playing right now?
I'm not sure. I don't remember if they had played already. I want to say no, or maybe like a short session. So I don't know. It might be overall. It might just be today.
Yeah.
That is kind of hard to track. I think. I feel like that part. Maybe I should like take more notes or something.
I remember him having more than 15 points, like 25 or something. So
yeah, but that was against the other player.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Earlier on, he didn't play Clickr?
I don't remember. I want to say no, but maybe he did a little bit.
He played him. He had like 38k stack on some table.
Oh, did he? Okay.
I remember there were some cool hands, right? Somebody's writing Amazing Jack says he lost a lot back. Okay. Yeah, I probably didn't see that part when he lost it back. I do remember there was a break and I thought they reset the stacks when they took a short break.
Yeah.
So like all these 40K stacks, I thought they were just like erased in a way.
Yeah.
So
I think
can
they
play
can
100
reset
BB.
also if they want, like even during the match.
Nice. How are you finding it, bro? Heads up. Some new cool exploits.
Yeah, it's interesting because like when I commentate ring game, obviously I'm not a great player, but I can at least pick up some things. But heads up is just like a whole different world and dimension that's I do feel a little bit lost in a way, but yeah, I'm picking up on some things here and there, I guess. And luckily we've had people telling me what's happening, and that's been very, very helpful.
Did you pick up something from Owen's hands like earlier today? He had some interesting sizes and exploits. I remember when I started watching live earlier today, it was a hand ace deuce off versus 5-4 off, where Owen had not straight and Clickr had like two pairs.
Yeah.
So then Owen on the river jammed like 9K into a pot of 1K or something, 1.5K.
Oh, yeah, that hand was crazy.
Yeah. So as soon as I didn't hear the audio explanation, the guess that you had, but just seeing that massive like check jam exploit is just so much Owen style of play.
Yeah. I think
Pushing people to the difficult decisions.
I'm not good enough at theory to really understand what's happening. I feel like this is more your ballpark. Like if you will watch this stuff, you would be able to kind of figure out better like what's happening.
I mean, you did mention I had you on my headphones. I was waiting for lunch and I had on my headphones when you said something like, this is a huge overbet jam, right? So you had the right theory behind it, You cannot just jam 9K into pot. It's like a whatever, 7, 8x overbet pot. And usually when this is the case, you can overfold a ton in theory, and then you have to figure out, is your opponent capable to find enough bluffs in this pot, and what are the bluffs? So for Owen, the bluffs would be obviously blockers for the straight. Whenever you have ace deuce 3, something, you're kind of bluffing with 4x, right? So if Owen out of position has enough 4x bluff, he's doing that to fold Clickr from bluff catchers. So
So
I think Owen has them, but the question is how wide is Clickr supposed to call, because he had not only two pair hands, he has sets there, he also has straight, he has, top pair like ace 4, ace 5, hands that are blocking straights, top pair with a blocker to the straights. So it's pretty interesting spot to look up. I didn't get a chance to analyze the hand. If you still have that hand, please send me on Discord and I'll open solver later and try to run it.
I cannot open old hands, but if you find it on the VOD and you send me a screenshot, I could show it on the stream if you want.
Because when I joined the watching the stream, I didn't follow the full action. I just joined when it was a river check jam.
Okay.
So I don't know what happened pre-flop. I don't know what happened.
But the good thing is that I'm putting timestamps under the video. So if you go to the lives and you open the live, then then there's the timestamp under, so you can find that hand probably pretty easily. It's very likely I would have timestamped it. Just gonna respond to the chat. The Rambam asked, "Can you explain the points? Is a point 1K in EV or money one? It's in EV. So yeah, 1 point is 1K, 10 points is a full bind, and it's the EV that's going to matter in this event. Much like in every Cash Game World Championship so far, it's always been about the EV."
Yeah.
How was your grind?
Today I actually played on two different platforms about 4 or 5 hours, but I stopped Ante-straddle games I was up 4 stacks and I ended up down 6 stacks in a 2-hour session.
Didn't you say
So
yesterday
imagine 10
you won a
stacks
lot?
swing.
Yesterday?
I was up 4 stacks, and then like second half of the session, I swung 6 stacks loss, which is basically, I lost 10 stacks within an hour. And it was pretty brutal because
Yeah.
the guy was like 39-15, aggressive, loose, and basically always bluffing with like busted draws, whether it's gut shots, straight draws that missed, any sort of flush draw, turning pairs into bluff. And I just kept running into top of the range versus him. Like I would defend queens, and the run out would be king, like a dry king high flop, and then by the river, ace would get there as well.
Yeah.
So like all his 3 bets that he triple barreled, like he got there. You have to kind of fold the queens. And the same thing happened when I had a bluff catcher in a 3-bet pot. He had the aces, so he was like triple barreling, and I was calling him, trying to catch him from like all the busted over cards. Draws. They're called draws in 3-bet pots, right? When you have ace king, ace queen, king queen, like you're drawing. Those are drawing hands when you don't hit. So yeah, this guy was capable of that. But imagine just swinging in a 2-hour session from up 4 stacks, down 6 stacks. And I just said, okay, I need to take a break. And then I went and I played another site and I won. I don't remember exactly, maybe 6-7 stacks. But yeah, remaining of the day I just took off and did some housework, and later on I just started some 3-bet pots in GTO Wizard.
Was it yesterday that you won a bunch? Because I saw one of your message like that said like you won a lot of binds.
Yesterday I won 13 stacks. I played 7.5 hours.
Holy, what stakes was this?
NL100 was this, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's why today.
Take a week off after that, chill a bit.
That's why today, after the 2-hour session, I wanted to minimize mental pressure and tilt.
Yeah.
Because, I lost all these 10 stacks to a single player. This player was down, and by the time we ended the session, from down like 3 stacks, he ended up 7 stacks. It's incredible. Like those sessions don't happen that often to me, but when they do, I feel like mental pressure. And I just felt if I continued playing that I would be way more aggressive. I would count down the spots, be more UE, like I would bluff all my draws and stuff like that. And these guys in Ante-straddle games are just all happy, They're gonna call you down with like third pairs, and when you miss your draws, you're losing. The problem in these games is you're never really playing 100 BB stacks. Like effective stack is 200 big blinds, right? They open 6 big blinds, and the 3 bets go anywhere from, depending, of course, on the effective stacks, but they can go, 24, 25 big blinds as a 3-bet out of position and 20 big blinds in position. But when somebody calls and you have all these ante-straddle dead money in the pot, you're already playing for like 50 BB in the middle, and you guys have 150 big blinds effective, let's say, back behind. So in a way, it's even worse than when you're playing, it's close to playing 4-bet pots in 6 max. Because when you 4-bet, somebody calls, there's usually like, whatever, 40 or 50 big blinds in the middle, and you guys have like 75. So pot to stack ratio is never more than 2-1 or 1.5-1. But in straddle games, it's 3-1. So you still have post flop to go with. Like you can size down, size up, use middling sizes. But that's the thing. Like the fact that there is so much money in those 3-bet pots and squeeze pots, it pushes the thresholds for bluffing and for value betting and for bluff catching. And these wide opponents, 39-15, you don't see often these guys in 6 max games. They are not that like common, but in ante-straddle games, you would see them going crazy. So yeah. But yesterday was fun. 7.5 hours. I played like 3 full tables, and 1 fourth table I played almost to the end, something like that. Because the app games are usually, when they open a table for you to play, the table is 2 hours long. So you play, you basically start when the game starts. The club organizer sends you a message and says, such and such player, such and such table ID, you need to go and play now, for example. So you can run the traffic in the club, you know. So when I go to play, I play the full tables. And I played 3 full tables and one I joined maybe, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes after table started. And I won 13 stacks in that whole day yesterday. That was fun. And I bluffed like crazy, and for some reason, those bluffs got through, you know. But today, I got punished. I got punished bluff catching, I got punished bluffing. It's so crazy how poker works, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes it'd be like that. I don't know if you saw, I shared a mix, by the way. It's like a sick mix to, I think, grind with. So definitely
Really?
recommend bookmarking it, yeah, in a group on Discord.
Oh,
Just
I'll
catching up
check.
on chat.
Mhm.
Hogwash asked, I'll say thanks for commentating the event, Johan. Thank you very much. Yoshimando said, Johan, have you asked Prod if he bought a new house with the winnings he got versus Samak? I think we might have talked maybe a little bit about like oh wait, I bought Samak. No, I thought you meant the previous category championship. No. Wait, did he? He won? When I watched that match, he was down like 200k or something, or
I
250k.
was gonna ask you that, bro. So
Yeah.
did he recover? Did you
I
ask him
mean, I don't
about
know.
this? Oh, wow.
Yoshi can tell us. Maybe he was railing the match.
Yeah. I remember you like playing that table and Owen being down like 150, 200k.
Yeah, he was not doing well. Then he was kind of starting to recover a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. Tell us, Yoshi. Do you know something we don't? You probably just for
Yeah, they were
2 minutes.
playing 100k. That's true.
You want like
He won.
500k? Wait, what was it?
They
Wasn't he
won.
down like heaps initially?
Yeah, so he swung 7 stacks from 2 stacks down to 5 stacks up. Nice.
That's pretty sick.
What's that hand you have on the bottom? What happened with that queen jack?
Um,
Looks like a big pot, huh?
yeah. So that was like shortly after I went live.
Uh-huh.
I will replay it. So it's the 3-bet pot. And Clickr is going to continue.
By the way, I don't see you replaying it. Oh, okay, now I see it.
Yeah, where are you watching?
I'm watching on both platforms, but I know that you know, Twitch is faster.
Yeah.
So, but
So
for some reason now we have YouTube responding faster. Okay, I see it now. So 3-bet pot.
yeah, small bets, and then on the turn, he's gonna bet again. 2k
What
into
side?
27.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, more polarizing and still can do a lot of ace-x and fit even kings and queens and jacks in that range.
Yeah, then Clicker just gives it up on the river, and Prodigy checks back, probably thinking there isn't much worse that's gonna call.
Yeah, exactly. Because here he's blocking bluffing range, like Clicker is blocking the calling range that Owen can have here. He pretty much loses to king high flush draws. But yeah, Owen basically has 7x of spades that improved. Owen has a whole bunch of ace-x. You see, like in heads up, they're defending ace-9 off, right? When you see when you try to defend that in 6 max, you're burning money all the time.
That would be a snap
You can't
fold.
make money with
Especially
that
in my
hand.
pool. I think in my pool, you can incinerate ace jack off as well while you're at it.
Only in no rake environment, and only when you're, you know, I studied all these sims for Ante-straddle games because, like I said, it's never just 100 BB effective. It's often 150, 200,
Yeah.
250. So the deeper you are, the wider you call. That's like the rule, you know. And more you can obviously forbet as well, because your calling range expands, your like linear for betting range starts to happen as well, you know. But
Yeah.
when you are like 100 BB effective, you have to be more careful. But here it's the reason why they are defending this ace nine is because the nature of the game is such that the opening range is such wide, like 97, 98% of hands are opening in heads up. And then you have people three betting like 20, whatever, 22, 24% of hands.
In my
So
pool is
imagine
the
that
opposite. In my pool,
in
like
our pool,
in late position, it's like ace jack should 4-bet bluff. But then
yeah.
these guys, they 3-bet me sometimes even too small. And I look at their stats and I see 7% 3-bet. And I'm like, okay, I guess I fold my ace
So
jack. I can
what I
even call.
notice in six max games, the three bet frequencies go from 5%, like being the nits, right? 5 to 7% is like tight passive regs, so to speak.
Yeah.
7 to 9% is more like regs trying to be tags and on the looser side and to learn to be loose aggressive. And then when you get like an overall frequency of 9% all the way to 12% or more, three bets, that's like loose aggressive reg that you can obviously four bet bluff more. Like the example you mentioned, ace jack is perfect versus these guys that three bet you 9+%.
Yeah.
Ace jack is printing money, but versus a guy who three bets 5% overall range, ace jack is just losing four bet. You know,
Yeah.
like that's why all these GTO wizard sims or any sort of GTO type of sims, they only work versus a selected input GTO range. But in actual games, you consistently have to do that, like all your bluffs and stuff. So, anyways, when they are deep, now you see they are sitting on the right table. They have about 140 BB effective, right? So if they had some hands facing three bets that were not defending to 100 big blinds effective, now for 146 big blinds, those hands become defend. Let's say they didn't defend 9 deuce suited. I'm just giving you as an example, 100 BB. Well, now when the deeper you are, like pretty much all your suited hands start calling because they can over realize hit whatever flushes and two pairs and boats and quads and whatnot, and you know you're in position, therefore your equity realization goes through the roof when you're deeper than 100 BB.
Yeah.
So all this you see it 7-4 suited, right? So like that would be an easy defense for 140 plus big blinds because
Anyway,
it can make straights. And
just
the similar thing is happening, like you mentioned, ace jack, ace queen. When you are deeper, the problems start to arise once you start four betting a lot your ace kings and queens. Because for 100 BB, you can often like four bet value ace king, jacks, and queens and stack off with those hands, right? You already invest 21, 22 big blinds. Somebody jams, you expect them to have ace four, ace five suited bluffs. You expect them to have ace king, like queens, jacks should never fold there, period, you know? So you and ace king as well. But the problem is now when you're deeper, like 150 plus big blind, and you four bet jacks or queens and ace king, now the pot odds are not really in your favor when somebody five bet jams because there is extra 50 BB effective that kind of kills your bluff catching odds with these kind of hands, you know.
yeah.
So that's why you see way more polar for betting range when you're deeper. There is some sims, the deeper you are, the worse it becomes for you. Like queens and jacks are just defending to three bets, and you're going way more polar. Like ace king suited, ace king off mixing, kings and aces like four betting, and then you have all these blockers, king x blockers and ace x blockers, you know, and that's about it. Like you can't go too crazy the deeper you are. So this is something you can use in the games because I know you play like Zoom type pools and you stack up your stack very quickly gets to like 200, 300 BB. And yeah, that's why you often see those aces versus kings all in, right? For 200 plus.
Yeah.
When people jam, you rarely see jacks there or queens or ace king. They keep showing up with aces or kings. So, but this is something you can manipulate. If you study like in GTO Wizard, you will see the deeper you are, now you start having 5-bet non-all-in sizes. So if somebody 4-bets you like 24, 26, 28 big blinds, you can still go like up to 60 big blinds, no problem, and still find fold. Like you can have actual 5-bet bluffs for 200 BB effective. So this is something I'm doing in straddle games. And obviously the best hands you can do this with is stuff like ace queen off and like suited ace X that wants to fold to jams. Like these hands that don't mind doing that but have good blocker qualities. And then you do it obviously with like not at part of the region like aces and queens. Aces and kings, sorry, not queens.
By the way,
Did you see that
Justin in the
your
chat
pool?
said Johan is bad luck when he watches. How dare you, Justin? I'm gonna mention you in my shoutouts and not in a good way if you keep going.
Bad luck to who? To Owen? No way.
Yeah, I guess.
No, we are nothing but good luck.
Dude, I commentated a championship that he won and one where he finished like third or second.
We were the original gangsters, the very first championship. We gave him the run good and didn't ask anything in return. We're just railing him. I'm kind of sad he didn't win the other one as well. But I think he was waiting like last minute to play and starting and stopping and trying to preserve the first place.
Yeah, but that's what they had to do in that one. And like there is a chance like in this we could have the scenario that we've had in some heads-up matches. I was talking about this earlier where Phil Galfond, when he played and he was ahead, then you win the challenge at the end. You just fold everything. I kind of hope this doesn't happen, obviously, because then it's it's not as good for the show. But we'll see. I guess.
I watched that live stream, both of Phil Galfond's challenge and Doug Polk's and Daniels. And when it gets to this point, it's just like not interesting to watch. It's boring. Nothing is happening. Like small blind opens, big blind folds, and that's it. Small blind folds, like every single hand he's folding. So until it gets to that point, it would be very interesting to see the kind of win rates achieved. Obviously, this is just still very low sample, right?
Yeah.
Couple thousand hands, 1.8K hands is LOL,
And Owen, he was up just a few points then with this last spot back to 7 points. But Clickr getting close to, getting back to 0 here between the two.
Yeah. It could be that the all-ins that Owen won, Clickr had a good EV in them and lost money, but, gained EV in a way. And another thing is maybe Owen bluffing into him and Clickr calling him on the river with like, assuming Owen bluffed with 0 equity, Clickr calling is just like boosting, immediate EV boost for Clickr. I mean, that's what comes through my hand. I don't think that any of these guys are making a ton of EV in the small ball poker. From what I've seen the last couple of days, when the championship started, it's mostly EV is driven in the all-in spots, obviously, because they all play very good poker and know how to bluff catch. So I still haven't seen hands where there is some crazy bluff or crazy call down happening. It's usually like, okay, here's a nut flush, and here is, you had earlier today, king 8 off, trips with a flush blocker, 4 to a flush run out with paired king. I think it was Clickr versus Owen. And Owen had like a6 off with ace of whatever, clubs. And he had a nut flush. So it's like in these spots, when you play heads up, you cannot fold a flush to somebody who plays a wide range and is capable of bluffing on 4 to a flush. You never fold a flush there. And yeah. But if you look at like the river play, Owen jamming Owen jamming not flush and getting called by weaker flush often gains so much EV.
Yeah, and the board was paired too. Like
Yeah,
obviously,
it was paired.
since I'm not a good player, all I see is like the hands that beat me. I'm like, oh, I got a flush, but the board is paired. I guess I'm cooked, you know?
Yeah, they have the boat always when you have the nut flush. Earlier today, I overbet on the river. It was I believe it was a 3-bet pot. I had 8-7 suited, and I had 8 high flush. And the hand played in such a way that opponent tanked and then raised, went all in, and I snap call him. And he, of course, had like ace-10, like a nut flush, you know. But when you look at the solves, when you think of like there is a straight out there. By the way, it was 4 to a straight run out with a flush, but only 3 cards for a flush, right? It wasn't 4 to a flush. It was 4 to a straight, and yeah, I had basically 2 pairs and a flush. So opponent could still have had, you know, a straight that calls there with flush blockers. That's, you know, he couldn't really have a weaker flush. Like in 3-bet pots, when you play 8-7 suited, is pretty weak in 6 max. But in heads up, I'm sure 8-7 suited is not the weakest flush hand that they have. And this is just amazing. When you look at these mono flops, they're always doing this like a quarter and then 2.5x check raise, you know, with like gut shots open and their backdoor flush draws and straight draws. I mean, you can't really have backdoor flush draws here, but you get my idea. Like 9-8, 10-9 type of hands,
yeah,
or can be check raising here. You have so many gut shots, any 6, any 5x, and even hands like ace deuce.
So you never really considered like doing much more heads up in the future, or?
In the future, for sure, I will do it.
Okay.
About a couple of years ago, my friend heads up specialist that plays like all the way to NL, 2K. He makes a living doing this, and he just told me, okay, just go to apps, table select, play fish. He gave me like a simple game plan, and I was making money from this. The way my brain works is I cannot just do something blindly and follow it. I want to understand the game. And at that time, just using a simple game plan was like, okay, this makes money versus fish, but every time a reg sits, you have to get up and start looking for tables when the fish will sit. So you kind of limit your opportunities when you know how to play only against one profile. And I told my friend, listen, I want to play this format, but I want to learn like proper poker, how a range is supposed to look in this spot, what's theoretically correct way to play, and then I can understand why we are doing this exploit. He was just giving me, a playbook and saying, okay, here you just when fish whatever double checks, you just attack, or when fish does this broken line, you do this, or when you have value, you use this sizing, when you have bluffs, you do this. It's like MDA type of approach, right? Somebody gives you a blueprint how to approach an opponent based on the playbook they taught him in the CFP. He took 2.5 years to make 200K when he was learning heads up. So his CFP, he has 2 coaches living in Thailand. They play mid stakes and high stakes, heads up, but they don't just play heads up. They play 6 max, 9 max, short-handed hands. They have access to all these sites. It's incredible how good these guys are, But his coaches play anyone. They don't just play fish, but he is like very good at playing fish. So he was telling me, you can make a couple thousand, no problem, a month playing fish. You just have to be like selective and have access to a bunch of sites and apps and just like bankroll everywhere. You have to be ready to play. He was telling me stories that like even when he goes to bathroom, he would take a tablet with him, and if a fish hits him, he's like playing on tablet. And I'm like, bro, come on, this is. And he's like, no, your EV comes from playing a fish. You need to do. And then he showed
That
me.
brother's gonna get some hemorrhoids studying theory. What is going on over here, man?
Actually, from all this grind, because he grinds like 12 plus hours a day. You can imagine you're just sitting and waiting for opponents to show up, bump
Yeah.
hunting, exactly like Yoshi wrote in the chat. So because he is bump hunting and like having all these sites open and powerful computer setups, he showed me photos of his setup with multiple monitors, like 2 or 3 desks connected with laptops and desktops. And I'm like, bro, it looks like you're working in NASA or something. You know what I mean? Like this setup, just looking at this is a headache for me. How are you able to see all these screens at the same time? He can play way more than 4 tables at once, I remember when I tried heads up, I could play 2 tables. More than 2 tables was just hectic and missing so many spots, So I just have so much respect for all these pros and regs playing like high stakes heads up with wide ranges and having all these like general theory knowledge and understanding how to adapt versus every opponent they play. Like Owen said the other night, he mentioned that it doesn't matter what game plan he was using against somebody else. For every opponent, it's a different game plan. And this is what makes heads up so unique and interesting, right?
Yeah, actually, they agreed on playing show tables, but I think it wasn't available on like the settings, because it's like specific tables that are created. Like, we can see the tables right in the Cash Game World Championship section of the software. I'm guessing they just kind of click on that and it opens automatically. But I think they need a setting to put the show tables on, and then they actually would use that. They both had agreed, so hopefully in the next time they play.
Maybe they just want to play halfway through without, and the other half.
No, they wanted to today. They wanted to play with show tables. Just the option wasn't there.
Oh, snap call by Owen. Okay, both. Yeah. I'm curious what Owen had there.
We cannot know. We can ask him later. Just remember
Yeah,
that.
it would be cool to pull that one up because it cost him like 40 big blinds or something. So how did the hand go? What happened on the flop? It was a single raise spot, right?
Let's see.
And by the time they reached the river, Owen was like pro betting and Clickr raised and Owen snap called. Maybe Owen had trips.
Maybe take a screenshot of it so that later we have it if we want to ask him about it, if he drops by.
You want me to take a screenshot?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get it by the river first. 2 point. Okay, single raise pot. Yeah, Owen checks. Oh, check flop. Interesting. So Owen decides to go for it, turn and river. Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
He imagine he has a king 10.
Yeah, king 10, you can't really go all in when somebody raises you on a paired board. But I can definitely see Owen having here stuff like 4x, and heads up, he's going to have so much 4x here.
Some 2 pair as well, right? Because it's like only one main straight. I guess 10-8 also got there.
10-8 got there, king 10 got there. There is busted flush draws. There is also busted, different types of straight draws. But the thing is, if Owen had like jack 10 or queen 10 here, let's say, it's not potentially a hand that is happy to call off raise. So my suspicion is that because he snapped on the river, my expectation is that Owen had trips here, and he was expecting, gut shots that missed. Because if you are always betting your gut shots and open enders on the flop, you're like betting too many draws. So Clickr will be delay betting, those types of hands. He's not just going to do every single 8-7. He's not going to do every single whatever. 10-7. So those are like the most obvious bluff, right? 10-7 and 8-7. And then you have hands that got there, like a 10-8 and king 10. And you also, the same story like for gutshots and open enders, the same story happens for flush draws. So obviously Owen is never folding trips after he probes turn and probes river. His probe turn was big sizing, I believe 3/4. So he was going kind of polar there. And when you do this sizing, I think he bet 300 something, right? Look at his
345.
timer, please. Yeah, exactly. So when you do these sizes, you're saying I have a 4 or a draw, right? And then he bet on the river, and he could have had king 10 or 10-8 Owen himself and calling off here because Clickr could bluff his busted flush draws, busted straight draws here. So I think it's a legit hand. But they also had another hand on the top right table. Owen just won it. It was a river raise spot again. Maybe we can pull that one up, bro.
Let me see. There was a showdown?
I don't remember it being a showdown, but it was a big pot. Like over 40 big blinds or 50.
There was a 10 high board.
I'm trying to see. It was a hand that just happened.
Okay. Yeah, I have it.
It's a big pot. Yeah. 40-ish big blinds worth pot. Yeah. Owen
So
using
4 bets.
3-bet, 4-bet. Okay.
Yeah, 4 bet. 10 high boards.
Mm-hmm. Check, and now Owen goes small. Okay.
Quarter in position, call.
Yeah.
9 on the turn.
9 on the turn. Yeah, here. Cheeky Owen. I like this. I'm doing this even out of position versus opponents that overfold hands like, in 6 max, you have people defending ace queen, ace king, and they don't know if you like double barrel small sizes in position, how wide they're supposed to defend. So that gets away in 6 max. But here Owen in position with all these flush draws and straight draws decides to kind of give Clickr the rope. And my expectation is that he does this with either with set of 10s or, would be obviously aces and kings that are doing this.
Yeah.
And he will have, of course, combo draws doing this as well. The hands that want to bet call. So it could be diamonds, let's say, whatever. I'm just thinking top of my head, like a king jack of diamonds or king jack of spades, in case he 4-bets those. They were over 100 BB effective, correct? They had 120, 130 BB effective. So yeah, you can start going more linear in position in those spots, assuming your opponent doesn't change his 3-betting range so much.
Yeah, this reminds me actually, like this afternoon I played a very short session.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is a guy that like I noticed whenever he 3-bets me, I mean I play on fast tables, so it's like sometimes it's a false impression, but sometimes it feels like people that 3-bet you, it's like bet. And you're like here with like a decent hand, but it's like, wait, do they actually have it? Like, is it really, really that tight and they just always have it? And then sometimes you call and they just have it so much of the time. But now I called this 3-bet like under the gun against cutoff with jacks.
Mm-hmm.
And then he tripled off on like a low board. And then on the river, I was like, well, this is either a bluff or he's got the aces, And then yeah, like, I don't know. So I was trying to think about everything. It's like, okay, he has Austrian flag. I feel like he's been doing this a lot, but also, again, it's fast tables. So, maybe he just has it like 99% of the time or 100% of the time. I was like, you know what? I'm feeling like a call. I call, and he had like queen jack suited. He had nothing. He didn't flop a flush draw either. Like,
I like it. I was going to tell you, usually when they bluff the low boards, like those broadways, exactly the hand you mentioned, is a perfect bluffing hand. It blocks.
Oh, so it's actually something that he should do with his hand specifically.
Yeah, because think about it. If you're not 4-betting queens and jacks, let's say you call them every single time somebody 3-bets you. Well, the fact that he has queen jack and he double barrels, first of all, he double barrels low boards because he still has equity to catch up. he can hit a jack or a queen and still, check down or have 2 streets worth of value with his queen jack. That's reason number one. But reason number two is queen jack suited blocks queens and jacks. Strong hands in your range that you are bluff catching with or calling down with the check call, check call, check call. So I think his play, just the way you described it, like bet, bet, bet on a whatever 10 high or 9 high or lower boards, paired or not paired, doesn't matter too much. When you play 3-bet pots, if something is paired, people get freaked out too often, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like the ranges don't work like that. When you play single raise pot and something pairs, there's way more combos of trips. But in 3-bet pots, it's not a thing. Like if something pairs, let's say a second pair or a bottom pair pairs, it doesn't really matter. Like all your over pairs still have good equity to barrel and all that.
But because
So I
the
like
ranges are so wide, don't you think like heads up players, if they ever play anything like any other mode like ring game, especially like say they play an MTT where it's 8 or 9 handed, shouldn't that be like the most boring thing in the world if suddenly like you're constantly folding?
Yeah. When I tried to play a couple of months this heads up, the friend that told me and gave me like sites to play and apps, I remember as soon as I put 6 max on, I was opening too wide, defending too wide, bluffing too much. And I instantly saw, like, wait, why am I bluffing here in a squeeze pot? This guy's range is totally way more condensed, way more tight than in heads up, So these are realistic problems that you mentioned, and you kind of mentally have to. I really admire Owen for being able to do both. Like, I couldn't do both. No way that you can go from 6 max to to heads up or vice versa and continue to play like it's nothing. It's a huge deal. Going from heads up from wide range spots to more narrow, way tighter. Just think about it. Like
I gotta invite someone 1 second. So just like pick up again in a second, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Hello?
Hello. Am I coming in loud and clear?
Yeah. Sounds like you're in a toilet, but other than that, it's good.
Interesting. Let me see if I can do anything about that.
Yeah, it's okay. It's good enough. How you been, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Good to hear your voice, Johan. And yeah, it's nice to be back on a stream. It's been a little while here, and yeah, it's good to see some high stakes cash action or online cash on streams. It's something I miss when it's not happening. I can't really stomach watching the live streams, like live poker streams or tournament poker. So this is yeah, it's good to have this back. Oh, we got an all in. Just as I say that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, those kind of scary boards again. We're gonna see a fold.
Okay, a fold. Okay.
Did you recover from France beating Brazil?
Oh, just about. I'll handle it. I mean, to be honest, when it comes to football, because Scotland qualified for the World Cup, I just automatically am happy for like 2 years, and then
it's all extra from here.
Anything else is it's only up. It's only up. It's impossible to make me sad at this point when it comes to the football.
Yeah, I watched that game.
I see we have you watched which one? The
France Brazil one? Yeah. Even though it's like it's just a preparation match, it doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, for people listening, that I do live in Brazil. I'm Scottish, but I live in Brazil, and yeah, so I've gotten to see. Yeah, I'm interacting with my wife's family and seeing how everybody thinks about football here. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to use the word entitled, but if Brazil is not winning every single game 3-0, people are upset, and that seems to be the normal.
How about your grind?
Yeah, man, not too bad. It's been busy, like last couple of months or so. Obviously, we had the rake free promotion on CoinPoker, so that was a relatively busy March. I played a reasonable amount there, and it was going well until like the second to last week or something, where I had a bad run at the tables and then a bad scoop Sunday combined. So then it turned into just an okay month, but it's fine. So
Wait,
yeah, but
Scoop?
it's a fun grind. It's nice to mess around with there being no rake, and you get to kind of play a lot wider actually with the antes as well. So
Yeah.
it was yeah, you learn a lot doing that, and obviously the player pool gets a little bit tougher as well. So it's fun.
Wait, did you say Scoop? So you've been indulging in some donkaments?
A little bit. I just played like the Sunday, and every time I do, I always I play the main event sort of Sundays, and then I don't play for another 6 months, and then every time I play them, I regret having played them. So yeah, I'm now swearing off of tournaments again until 6 months rolls around and
Freaking
WP main
tournaments.
pops up or something.
They always get me. Like I had the $10 tickets in my like cashier or whatever for some reason. And then I was like, oh, I'll play it. It's like a satellite to the 120 or to the 150. So I win that. Then I'm in the 150, which is a satellite for the 1200. I win that, and then I'm playing the 1200 for the 10K, like bracelet pass. I'm like, yo, tournaments are sick. I'm running so hot. And then like I lose kings against ace jack, like egregious rejam by someone. And then I bust like 200s with 60 TK guaranteed. 60 10K passes guaranteed. And I'm like, I'm never playing a tournament ever again. Like, this is sick.
It's always funny when you win the satellite to the big tournament, and then you're in the big tournament, and you feel like it feels like you've won because you've 10x'd your theoretical money because you're now buying into a 1K when you satellited for the satellite was a 100 buy-in or something, but you haven't actually won anything yet until you cash the main tournament.
Yeah.
And it always feels bad when you whatever it is, 80% of the time don't cash it.
If it's you play any tournaments or what?
Only the ones that are free promos.
The free rolls?
But yeah, like those weekly free rolls with 200K prize pools and stuff. But a student that I'm working with, he plays on, I mean, I don't want to advertise on the other side, but one of the sites he plays where they have like tests, some sort of bounties, and he already won. He was always finishing on the final table, and he kept winning 1,000, 3,000, 6,000 from these chests. Like when you bot somebody, there is always some chest that's being opened, right? So he made so far good money in these MTT fields, but skill wise, that's the thing with MTTs. Like you're kind of playing a flipament all the time. You're hoping to get there with ace king versus a pair, or hoping a pair to survive when you're in all in. There is very little post flop happening, like post flop edge, when you're playing 20 BB or less. I played spins. That's pretty much the gist of it, And when you're playing 9 max, there is ante, so like the opening ranges, the fact that there is 8 players behind you just means that the frequency of somebody waking up with a better hand is there, That's why like the most dynamics are happening blind versus blind or cutoff beyond in MTTs, because you can actually play somewhat wider ranges, But like early positions, you can just set alarm clock on when you get a strong hand and put it out to fold button in the meantime, something like that. I told you my live story, right? In Prague, I played some sit and go masters. There was a guarantee of like, what was it? First place was 25,000 euros. So I'm guessing the guarantee was 100K. And I got there to the day 2, which was the final day. and I was maybe 9th stack out of 50, 60 players, and the guy that I clashed with, he was 3rd stack, and we got it in for like 400 BB effective. I had aces, he had kings, and then the flop came king, and river came another king, and he bust me, and this guy was just folding his way with 800 big blinds. He got to the final
Yeah, I remember
table.
this. Yeah, you told this
Yeah,
story.
and he won 25,000 euros, and I was sitting there, and I'm like, wait, 2 days of emotional roller coaster for this? No way, bro. I'm not gonna do this for a career. But I admire people who can, like get through these ups and downs. I railed so many of my poker friends playing final tables. You cannot imagine how many keyboards or mouses were broken, monitors, shouting, swearing, because like they get it in ace king versus ace queen, and then flop is a king, and then suddenly you see jack 10 run out, and the guy with ace queen busting him. But he could already feel that with that all in, he is like winning the tournament. And then he ends whatever, fourth, fifth, and after 12 plus hours of playing, needs to go to sleep, feeling that he was ahead, but then he lost to a runner or something. This is the life of MTT player. Like everybody who Mark gets it differently is lying. This is the reality of MTT. It's why I don't want to play it professionally. But Plano and Ben CB and all these guys doing it for a living, congratulations. Their mindset is bulletproof. Fedor Holtz, right? He he won millions and millions in MTTs. So incredible
Yeah.
how you can withhold the variance in those and run good.
Yeah. I mean, the mindset is probably the biggest part, because I think it's funny because I think that most people's reaction to where they cash in terms of how happy they feel after it
Mm-hmm.
is like, something like 9th until 3rd, you're like kind of happy. 2nd, you're pretty happy. 1st, you're over the moon. But then
Yeah.
like 11th until like 40th, depending on the tournament. Like if you're in a 2,000-person tournament, that 11th to 40th is like, it feels bad, but that's, whatever, 20 times more likely than winning. So
Yeah.
you're just going to do that all the time. So you just have to kind of be okay with that. But or you just play cash. And yeah, we have no emotional swings in cash, right? Right.
All the time. Like yesterday I won 13, today I lost 6 binds. Today feels a lot worse than yesterday, right? Because the pain that you get feels twice as bad as the joy. It's like a human psychology. And that's why what you mentioned sticks. Because when somebody is on a final table and they get it in good but still lose, it hurts more than the money factor. The money factor is just a price, some amount. But they were like feeling that they were owed that flip. They owed to win with whatever 80-20 equity, you know, which
Yeah.
can be whatever. It's not really a thing. Like overpair versus underpair, right? That's 80-20 scenario. When you see it, you're like flying from happiness that you are 80-20 favorite, but who says that you will win it now in this spot? Nobody. But it's pretty hard to accept when there is thousands and thousands of dollars on the line.
Yeah.
The
MTTs
jumps are
make you
so
care
crazy.
about the flips. That's the sick part, is they make you care about the flips. Cash, we don't really care that much about the flips, but unless you're in a big downswing or something, you start feeling like you need to win. But
Yeah.
yeah, my cash mindset is tends to be way too tied to my last session. It's like
Mhm.
if I've won 20 buy-ins in 2 weeks and then I win and then I lose 3 buy-ins, I
Mhm.
think to myself, oh well, they've worked me out. I was winning before, and now they see right through me, and it's all over, and I'm going to lose forever. And then if I've lost 20 buy-ins and then I win 3 in a day, it's like,
Mhm.
well, now the bad run is over, and I'm on the way
Yeah.
up. I'm making the epic comeback starts here, boys.
Yeah, that's a fun mindset to have for sure. For me,
Not really.
I mean, you can never have enough working on your mindset and mental game. I discovered that like all the knowledge that I gain in poker and applying the knowledge, I can throw it out of the window if I go into like team. Oh, 8-5 bluff, nice bluff. I like it. I like it. Kind of bottom of the range spot. Yeah. I found that like tilt wise, if I lose some big hand or a couple of stacks swing, like today in one session I had 10 stacks from +4 to down 6, I knew right there that if I continued playing immediately, I would make things even worse because mentally I would feel like I lost to a worse player, that I was ahead and I kept losing, and I would keep pushing all these small edges, right? And that will just put me in a non-necessary spot. Because when you play versus worse players, weaker players, you don't necessarily have to push every edge in poker. I hope you guys agree with what I'm saying, because in the beginning, when I was like developing and studying, I thought that every edge matters and poker is a game of small edges. And in theory, that's true. But the like, imagine playing versus Owen versus Prodigy. You would take every single edge, calling, raising, betting. You wouldn't pick your spots because Owen will own you if you don't take correct spots all the time. But when you play versus weaker opponent, who you know is going to make, let's say, 15 types of mistakes, your edge should be focused on these spots where you're picking huge EV from his mistakes. And you don't need to take, a 5-bet jam for 200 BB versus a guy you're not sure if he 4-bet bluffs enough, if you follow my thinking process. So, but when I'm losing, like, down in one session 6 stacks, my mental game would switch more towards, okay, let's play theory adjusted game plan and things are going to work out. But that's not how it works in poker. Usually variance punishes you when you're not adjusting to the opponent you're playing, or, I'm personally more towards aggressive side player. So if I'm down some XY stacks, I would take spots that are mixed spots in bluffing, but I would go pure with them. And that already can put you in a lot of trouble. You just unnecessarily can push the swings. I remember when we spoke to Owen about this, he said, when I asked him, like, how do you deal with all these 200 BB, 400 BB losses? He said, you just get into these spots, practice, become resilient, and keep doing it until it becomes like a second nature. He loves it. He cherishes playing deep and swinging these stacks. But I'm mentally not there. Like if I lose versus the worst player, I was up 4 stacks, I end up session down 6. I'm feeling like, yeah, if I keep playing this guy, it's going to get a lot worse. Like better go GTO Wizard, do some drills, watch some poker content videos, good coaches and stuff, and then just come back and play more.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it depends on your personality. I think the nice part about playing, because I play a little bit of I don't know, so many people like to say they play an aggressive style. Who knows what people think of my game? But generally my red line wins whilst my blue line loses, and
Yeah.
I tend to play. I will take some big overbet shoves, and
Mhm.
I'll try and play aggressively in the disconnected lines and things like that. And the slight nice mindset benefit you get if you play that way is that, let's say there's a spot where I've delay C bet the turn, and then I jam the river for 10x pot, and I get called, and I was bluffing, and I lose.
Yeah.
At least I know that it's very possible that I can win 3 stacks in the next 100 hands, because I'm going to have these spots come up where where I'm going to win. Whereas I think if you play a relatively small ball strategy where you're just kind of like aiming for showdowns and just taking some of the easier spots and bluffing for small sizes and whatever, then as soon as you lose, if you lose 2 stacks, you think, okay, it's very unlikely that I get even for today, you know? Whereas I think if you're playing higher variance, sometimes that can help with the mindset. But obviously, it does lead to more situations where you're just down 7 buy-ins in a day, and that can also be tough. So looks like we got a GG here between Clickr and Prodigy. Can we get an update on the final score, or is that not? We'll see the result, but we won't see the EV, right?
Like I think these hands, I suspect, is only today. Like they played 645. It says 11 points for today for Prodigy. If we look at the software, I'll pull it up.
Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe they're splitting it.
Prodigy comes on and just tells us.
Yeah,
actually, good point. Yeah, I'll invite him
and get it from the horse's mouth. You know, that's a very, very cool matchup. I'm interested to see how this finishes because you know these two. Clicker's a guy who seems to have been really dominant at heads up in the last few years, and obviously Prodigy, we know all about his abilities at both 6-max and heads up, but he's a little bit. I mean, I think of him as being a bit newer on the scene, so it'll be very cool to keep an eye on this one. Very cool matchup. A lot of the matchups are really interesting, to be honest.
Owen dominated both opponents in EV, which was kind of expected.
I mean, this has been a swingy matchup against Clickr, I think, quite a bit.
But only the first one goes through. So he has only 2 points more than Clickr in the overall score.
Yeah, currently, yeah. What's up? Is that the the champ? What's up?
Hey.
Hey.
How's it going?
Hello, Mr. Owen.
How was the session, Owen?
My points, I guess. The Prodigy. The one, the only, the Prodigy. Hey, guys.
Why did you stop? What happened? Are you just done for today, or?
Wait 1 second. Sorry, I got to sort my mic and speaker and everything. There we go. All right, I can hear you guys. Hello?
Okay. We hear you loud and clear now. Or at least I do.
All right. Nice.
Yeah, you're good.
I guess Johan's just gone missing. Oh well,
Yeah,
it's good to fuck up Clickr. Should have been more though. Should have been more. He got away with some shit right there.
Can we get any chance of a final sort of tally for the day in terms of EV and winnings?
I think the points are up to date on there. I think I'm up like I'm slightly above EV. So like I won just under 2 buy-ins and I got like 11 points or something. That's about right. Yeah.
Very nice. Well done. And
got scammed in a few spots at the end, but you know, we'll take it. He binked a few rivers. I don't know if you can even see he binked sometimes because it's like my hand just mucks and I think it looks like I was bluffing. It's like, no, you need to know that you're a sunrunner. Like you weren't good when you made that questionable turn call. No, I don't really think he made any too bad calls. All his calls were like fairly standard. It's just a bit annoying when they hit. But whatever, we'll take it.
How are you feeling about the about the match so far? Just in terms of is Clickr a guy that you've played a lot with before this challenge?
No, it's kind of funny because we studied together for a bit like years ago, and we're mates, so we don't really play that much. Like we still talk hands every now and then, and like we play it like. You know, we'll play similar people, so we chat a bit. Like we're not deep in the Sims together, but it does add a layer of it when when he knows how I think, right? Like, it's a lot different just like running some like 2.5x pot jam when you've kind of talked about like how you feel about this spot to someone before. It's like, because it's like you have this level of like, does he remember what I think about this spot? And then it's like, if he remembers, does he think I'm leveling? Or and I don't know. It gets very weird. You can sort of, it's very easy to start second guessing yourself. And it, like, that stuff used to do my head in, but I think I'm a lot better at just like sort of quieting it down now and just being like, you know what, we're just gonna we'll play good poker, and we'll you know, if he range calls us, we'll react to it later, right? Like, we don't need to don't need to stress out. You know, if you only want to run a bluff when you're sure it's good, you'll end up never bluffing, or like way under bluffing, and that's no good. But yeah, so far it's been pretty decent matchup. About what I expected. Like, I kind of know how Clickr plays, even though I haven't played a ton against him. I've played a lot against Flying Llama, and those guys played and studied with each other. Well, yeah, sorry, not played, but like studied with each other for years. So, well, not really been too taken by surprise by anything. That doesn't mean to say he's been playing like he's been playing badly. He's been doing like what I expected, but he's been doing it well. Yeah, few spots where I thought I was getting better from there. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you ask him, he'll say the same. But right now, feeling pretty confident.
Do you want to do a hand maybe? Like, I think that's the only one that's like somewhat significant that I got from the replayer, the one on screen.
Yeah, this is the pain. There were like, I got all in a lot of times, but he didn't really call me. So like, when I was bluffing or whether I had it, like, he didn't. Yeah, I should tell him it's not show tables. You got to flick in more calls just for content. Like, if you have a 0 EV catcher, just call so that they get the showdown on stream. Like, don't worry about being balanced. But yeah, I mean, we can try and do a hand.
Owen, what did you have in the Jack 4-4 Queen 9 run out? You know, when you probe the turn and river, like,
and then he raises.
You.
Yeah, I mean, I had trips, so I just snap call.
Yeah, that was my first assumption. Because you snapped on the river, I was like, yeah, it's trips. Or like,
yeah, I mean, well, you could snap with not trips, to be fair, because like, the thing is, I mean, it's pretty easy to pre-RNG that spot, if you know, like, but like, I did have trips, so there was no decision. But like, sometimes someone snaps a catcher and it scares the shit out of you. But it's like, well, he's tanking to work out if he's raising. I can also tank to work out if I'm calling. But no, I just had trips.
Did you have some sort of kicker that blocked the straight, perhaps, or it was not relevant to the straight blocker?
No. I think he can. I think basic. I don't think I can fold trips there, because it's not necessarily a size which trips is going in super often. Like, I might take other sizes with trips. So when I do go that size with trips, I think I just have to call it. That was my thinking about it.
Did you take a screenshot?
He can raise his own trips. He can raise his own trips, no kicker. For people who don't know what hand we're talking about, it was a single raise pot where the flop was Jack 9-4, and then the turn was a 4. I bet 75%. He called, and then the river was a rainbow queen.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello.
And I barreled, he raised. Oh my god, we've got the clicker in here.
Amazing.
I heard your talking shit. I had to come defend myself.
Is it your turn to call me a sunrunner here? Dude, you bink so many rivers. You know it's true. You hit so many.
What do you mean? You were all in like 17 hands in a row. You saying you were bluffing all 17 that I folded?
Probably about 15. But I have it sometimes. I can't help it.
Smells like copium.
Clickr, since it's the first time we have you on, then so how's the challenge been for you so far? Were you looking forward a lot to this, or is it similar to your usual grind? Like, tell us about your experience in it.
No, I think it's very fun. I think it's a great event from Coin. Yeah, I mean,
Finally has an excuse to play me.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
I mean,
What do you think about these allegations that you're running good?
I mean, I can make those same allegations against Owen. Just saying.
All red line, baby. Can't run good there, right?
Something about pot and kettle.
Yeah, no, we're just two sun runners who get to open sit at high stakes because we sun run them. That's
Exactly.
that's how it works.
Actually, like since
Well,
you
that's
guys are
fine. I mean, it's
you guys are considered two of the best players in this. I'm sure both of you are very confident, to go to the next round, maybe even like make a run for the Rolex. Is that the mindset that you both are going into this this thing with, or it's a bit more relaxed than this? Like you fully take into account that 2K hands per matchup is really nothing and anything could happen. Maybe Clickr.
I mean, you got to be a bit delusional playing heads up, right? You got to believe in yourself, even if it's a small sample. You got to be like, be easy, I'll win.
I mean, I put a lot of higher stakes matches than this, but this somehow feels like higher stakes overall because it's like the prestige kind of like. There's never been something like this where heads up. Usually it's just like a normal tournament where you play like 100 hands and that's it. Like that's just complete like lottery. Who wins? Not saying that this is like pure skill, but there's a lot more skill in this than like a normal tournament.
Yeah. It's a fun format because you get the pressure to perform like right now, but without it just being a flip fest.
Yeah, and also like looking at the lineup, like a normal heads up MTT is usually like a very soft field, but this is like a lot of the best players in the world, and like a lot of people around that too. So it's like a real win if you somehow manage to win it.
Yeah.
Was there any considerations from both of you guys for potentially upping the stakes, or is there any side action going on? I know that was an option in this challenge.
Tried.
Yeah, Clicker's been chasing me for crossbooks. He wants to get me scared money. He knows he's richer than me. If he bumps the stakes up enough, I'll stop jamming the river.
Yeah. That's the only strat I have.
What stakes are we talking? What did you want to play?
I'm not saying there's a limit. in case anyone is listening, the shop's open.
This is all the bait. No one should fall for this. I remember when he invited me to a game in Vegas, and then we're playing like 5100 PLO, and then as it's winding down, he's trying to big time me, like asking me if I want to play heads up 2-4. I'm like 2-4, let's do 501k, and then he was running like off to the room in the back. So I've seen this bit before.
Let's talk about the other groups then. Is there anything that surprises you guys so far? Unfortunately, we can't see the exact amount of hands that were played, but we're starting to see some players kind of setting themselves apart. Like in Group A, we have KraciFisk absolutely crushing. Linus not doing so well. Group B, Xiaojun took a big lead over Flushy over a couple sessions. And then Group C, I think that's where the least hands have been played, with Llama currently pulling ahead. So maybe Clickr, you can tell us first, what do you think of Group A through C?
I mean, there's a couple people I don't want to play, and a couple I do want to play.
Okay.
Professional.
Very professional.
Come on, just call everyone out. Just call everyone a Sunrunner. I mean, like Linus and Flushy being off to like -50 and -44 has got to be kind of shocking. But I know samples are small, but they're two of the favorites for the event, surely.
Yeah, I mean, it's not very many hands, and there's still a lot of playing to go.
Yeah.
Who in this challenge so far, Clickr, have you kind of had the most volume with in the past? Is there anyone that's you've had some really long battles with? Trying to find a question he can actually answer. We can talk about the past. It's okay.
I'm usually the one that does the dodging. It's more like everybody chases me and I say no, and then when I actually want to play, then they don't want to play.
It's scary.
Yeah, when I actually want to play, you get scared, you know.
Like, what's up? How bad have I been dusting recently, Talama? If you want a piece, it's like, got to review the last session. Must have been some bad hands in there. Yeah, I mean, you had some matches versus some of these guys. Did you ever play jungle or no?
I have never played jungle. No, I played it in like one session in Stars, but never. It's kind of weird. It's day 4 and he's still yet to play a hand.
Yeah, I think he said he'd be busy at the start of the challenge, but
He's in Prague, right?
yeah, I mean, jungle's also he's quite hard to get a hold of. But I mean,
is jungle probably is he kind of the oldest school sort of guy here? I know Flushy's obviously been around a long time as well, but when I think of 2009 and before, that is kind of jungle's the only name that really jumps out at me as guys that have been around the longest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how long Vasquez been around. I know he's been around for a bit, but I haven't really crossed paths with him. And also jungle was obviously quite a big name. K-Rav's been around. Like, for me, it feels like K-Rav's been around for ages. But like, that might just be my perspective on it. But I feel I don't know when he came up, but when I was like first playing poker, he already was semi-retired, I swear.
K-Rab for sure. I used to watch his Running Ones videos when I was in school 10 years ago, so that's definitely an old school player right there.
When I heard about the deposit thing, I was like, yeah, that's a good thing, right? Like, surely nobody would let go of like 10K by, failing to show up and playing enough hands. Like, nobody's that much of a DJ. And then I get on Twitter and I see a video from Prague. Jungleman felt cold, so he bought a hoodie from some random dude for 500 euro. I was like, what the hell? What's going on there? Now that you guys played a bunch of sessions, we are like, today was the end of day 4. Do you feel like the volume required was appropriate, or maybe it could have been a little more? Or what do you think in terms of having to play 1,875 hands per matchup?
It's kind of a weird number of hands. Also, it's like who gets the extra button? Do we flip for who gets like playing an odd number of hands? Sorry, what did you say other than that? I got distracted.
Yeah, no. First of all, it's funny you mentioned this because earlier Highmark was on the Grim Master himself, and he's the one that brought it up. So funny that he's the one that thought about it. But in terms of like how many hands you have to play 4 days in, do you feel like it's the right number, or maybe it could have been a little more?
I mean, I've been ducking everyone the first few days. I just couldn't really be bothered to play. so I mean, I guess it'd be a bit ironic if I said it wasn't the right number.
I think in an ideal world, the amount of hands could be more, but it's kind of like when you have 12 people with different schedules and they have to like make those schedules meet and play every day, and it's kind of hard to play more than that.
Yeah, sure.
If it was like a 4 people match or something, you could play a lot.
Are you guys in the same time zone right now, or you're like 6-8 hours away?
We're on the same one, but Paint is in the US, so that's a bit difficult.
I'm waking up at a pretty bad time, but we're getting some hands in. It's not too many hands. Like one marathon session, you can clear like half of it easily in a day. So I don't think it's going to be too much trouble to get it all in. And
you guys feel like 2 tables is the comfort zone? Because I think it's Flushy and Xiaojun. They've been 3-tabling and also playing very fast on top of it.
Yeah, I mean Flushy's a 6-table master. Isn't that his like comfort zone? Every time there was a time when we were talking about playing, and Flushy was like, "No, 3 tables, can't be bothered for 2." And then like eventually he comes down to 2 and just smashes me at 2, and I'm like, fuck. Like I was like, no, no, I'm not going to play 3 tables, only 2. And then he comes down to meet me where it's at, and I like lost 9 buy-ins in one session anyway. I was like, oh, okay, but yeah, maybe it's not just having playing too many tables. Maybe he's also kind of good at heads up.
Could be.
This hand that we see on screen here, did you get rivered, Owen, or no? He had you the whole way.
Probably. Let's see.
Oh well, let's see. What's the hand?
Oh yeah. Obviously, I got fucking rivered here.
I'll replay it.
You didn't get rivered. You had ace 3. Come on.
No, I did get rivered on my life. I had value.
I knew you were lying.
I had what?
No, you didn't have better than King 10.
Okay. Can I get a free roll if I have nuts? Wait, not nuts, but if I had it on turn.
Let's see the turn.
You had the King 9, or?
No, he didn't. Versus pot bet? Oh, you raised. Oh, okay.
She actually had King 9. It's a bad bit. Maybe there's some truth to sun running allegations.
What did you have?
It was a sick check back. Sick check back King 9.
I had the
Good.
best hand on the turn. I had,
We need proof.
You get aces or something.
like I didn't snap check back because I didn't I didn't snap check back dust on the river, right? Like I clearly had something. Like I'm not snap checking back because I don't have showdown, and I'm like, I don't know, like I feel like when you see the snap check back, he sucked out. Like, come on. I mean, I guess you could say I rivered a 10, but I don't think a 10 is necessarily a snap check back. It's not like it shows down for anything.
Straight got there, flushes got there.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks.
I don't even know what I'd snap check back that he beats. 10-4 for the really dusty turn raise.
Clickr, your schedule is normal, right? Like it's mostly European times.
For the first time in my life, yes.
Wait, you changed it for this?
No, I've been on the same schedule for like a couple months now.
Okay.
But I used to mostly play like European nights and whatever, best action.
Yeah, it's interesting sometimes how you can like end up playing those times just because it's better for your EV, but for like for life it's not as good. Do you feel like nowadays it's more important for you to feel better, or how have you evolved into this schedule?
Well, I mean, it's for life quality. It's far better, obviously.
Yeah.
But there's like a golden middle ground. I feel like if you go to sleep at like 4, you're still like a pretty normal human. But if you sleep to like 8, then it's not good.
It's hard keeping it at 4 though, because it so easily creeps forward into absolutely ridiculous territory.
Well,
like,
I know.
But you got to hold the line, and I can't fucking hold the line.
I've been there.
It's been a while since you guys have interacted with actual normal humans, isn't it? 4 a.m. is very reasonable.
No, but like you still, if someone's working a 9 to 5, right? You are awake by the time they're done with work, so you can you're awake during the hours when normal people can socialize with you. Once you start waking up
when you go to bed.
Yeah. Once you start waking up at like 8 p.m., that's insane. Like that's not on. Like you just can't really see people. Like the only way you see people is if you go to a rave, but you're pre-drinking with your breakfast or whatever. Like that's, I don't know. It's not really the goal.
Actually, I got a question about that for you guys, because I have like a video game background and I've been around tournaments a lot, and we always talk about performance, working out and all that, all those things that make you be better overall and perform better. But I always feel like there is some anomalies. Like some guys, they just have the worst diet. They sleep at 6 a.m. every day and somehow they just crush And it's like that in video games. Like no matter what games I played, there was always guys like that. I'm sure in poker there is guys like that. So, what's your guys' take on this? Do you think it's just a few people that can somehow do this, or is it not sustainable long term?
I mean, I feel like you're talking to two guys. Well, I mean, I hate to speak for Clickr on this front, you know. So, but I would say, for me at least, I'm definitely not not down the gym as often as I should be. Although my diet's pretty good, but like that's that's fine. But I don't know. I don't really take that shit seriously. It's just hard to. Like, your computer's right there, and you can be productive playing cards, and that's fun instead of like yeah.
Love that.
Like it's like it's kind of scratching the same itch. Do you know what I mean? Like, even though it's like different activities, it's still that feeling of productivity. Except for my cards is just more fun than the other responsible shit. And it's like it feels responsible to play cards because I'm making money. It's my job. So yeah, the default ends up being play cards until you don't have the energy to be productive. So yeah, I mean that's just me, but.
What about you, Clickr?
I mean, it comes and goes, but I feel like the sleep schedule wise, it's for me at least, it's not very sustainable to be in like the vampire schedule for more than like 2 weeks.
Yeah. I wasn't even necessarily talking about you guys, but I'm sure you guys have experienced, seeing some people in poker who have like the craziest lifestyle and somehow do well, right?
I mean, I feel like there's like a threshold point. You can sort of push it up to a point and still do pretty well, and then it goes past that point, and like there's no way you're gonna play well.
Yeah,
it's hard in the summer because everyone's going out and partying all the time, and it's like it's quite easy to just end up doing that the whole time. And then you just rock up and play cards and you're like, oh, it's fine, I can have a lie-in, but like you're still hungover and shit, and like not sleeping properly. It's not like during the winter, gaming is easy. Like it's not like you're not getting a bunch of messages to come out. Like there's not too much on. If you do meet up with people, it's usually quite low key. Like the summer's where it gets difficult.
Yeah, makes sense for sure.
I think unlike video games as well, poker has that pull to the night schedule just because that's when the recreational players play, right? Is you kind of want to be playing with these guys. I think video gamers don't really have that problem. They just
that's true.
Schedule a match.
Yeah.
Also, like if you play live poker, very often you're going to be drinking while playing. So it's kind of like that's sort of blurring the line, right?
Yeah, and unless you play in a place like Vegas, you're not getting a game at like 9 a.m. It's usually about
Yeah.
Oh, you are with the guys that just woke up.
If there was a game at 9 a.m., I wouldn't be there. So.
Well, I think the mixed game guys solved it. They play at the Bellagio State at like 8 a.m. every day. You gotta be there at 7.
Yeah, but they're like 82 years old.
It took them 60 years to solve the game, but they did it.
They're there.
At the ripe old age of 82, they solved it.
We've got to drag ourselves over, still drunk from the night before, to go take these 82-year-olds' pension money.
Go play some Limit Badoogie.
For a semi-related question, I mean, Clickr, you mentioned that you were often on the vampire schedule trying to get games, and I think Heads Up has that sort of hustling to get action sort of environment. How do you guys see the current state of Heads Up at high stakes? Is it better than it was before? Is this kind of tournament bringing it back a little bit? Like, give me the sales pitch as a 6-max player. Should I be looking to prioritize Heads Up going forward, or how do you guys see the future?
I mean, people have been saying Heads Up is dead since 2015 or something, and it just gets better every year somehow. That's all I gotta say, really. It always finds a way to get better and thrive. Everybody said AI solved the game, and there's all this cheating, but there's not really any of this going on.
Yeah, I can't. It's been a long time since I played anyone who I thought was a bot, actually, which is quite a good sign. There was a time where it was happening quite often, but now I think it's died down a lot. I don't, but maybe I've just stopped playing on like these dusty clubs on Club GG. That's I guess that's where.
Well, I mean, I don't think Club GG counts.
Yeah. I mean, if you run,
if you're thinking about real sites, I think it's probably the safest it's ever been.
Yeah. It's very hard to. Yeah.
Actually, speaking of the state of. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go on.
Speaking of the state of heads up, I called a little bit of your heads up yesterday. The big, I think it was No Limit 100K, and I saw like you went down a bunch, but I hear like you ended up winning a good amount.
I won like 2.5 buy-ins in the end.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty nice. Ran some nice tricks. Jack high no good when I had a boat. That was pretty nice. Can't remember. Yeah, but basically just hitting the nuts and hitting the nuts and getting bluffed into. It's a pretty good system.
You did the clicker?
Would recommend. Yeah.
As you would call it.
No. With your seal of approval.
Do you guys have the next session scheduled already, or you kind of do it spontaneously? I guess since you got a lot of time now, right, to play the remainder.
I mean, probably play. Wait, what day's tomorrow? It's Thursday, right? I should probably play tomorrow because I'm gonna do shit on the weekend.
No, it's Thursday today.
Wait, it's Thursday today. Fuck. All right. Well.
I wasn't even sure. That's what I checked.
All right. I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess try and get some hands in tomorrow before I go out. Saturday's gonna be rough.
You shouldn't have said anything because now Clickr is gonna be strangely unavailable until the weekend.
well, no, but I'll just be like, it's like if we end up having to play a marathon session the last 2 days, that's what happens. I'd rather not play while stuck in. Like I'm flinching at the light and the sound of the beeping and all that.
That sounds great.
But don't you have a while before? You have a while to play the rest of the hands anyway.
I mean, it's like 2 or 3 more days of playing. Probably like 2 more days of playing to actually get all the hands done.
Wait, I thought it was more than that.
We played like almost 4 hours today, and that was like a third of the hands. So like 2 more hands and 2 more days, and we can finish all the hands, I think. Oh yeah, no, I thought you meant you have 3 more days to complete everything. No, you have more, right? You have until the end of next week, no? Yeah, we have a week and a half.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we had 3 more days, I might skip going out on the weekend somehow. That might yeah, no, plenty of time. It's quite a light schedule. It's just like making, in terms of the amount of playing we actually need to do. Just need to get it done. But yeah. Waiting to see if Paint comes online for some more fighting.
Comes back from the gym. That was so funny earlier when you were trying to schedule with him.
Yeah. I wanted to see them go fight.
I couldn't take it.
No, like he wanted to go to the gym like really bad, and you were trying to play, and you prioritized the gym. You gotta respect that, man.
Yeah, he got me. Won the battle of mental warfare.
It's important. You gotta keep clicking until.
No, but I won 9 points though, so I'm the real winner. Very happy with my 9 points.
Yeah.
How much?
I saw his ace queen call against you with the queen of diamonds as well. That one sting.
It wasn't that big of an EV loss. That's all we're playing for here, right? Nobody cares about the actual dollars.
Yeah. It is weird how Zenit makes you about I don't know if you feel like this, but at least towards the end of the 6max ones, I definitely would maybe not even towards the end. After I was just like a week or so in, like the moment I was all in and I'd got it in head, I was like, nice. Like I actually stopped. Like it made me perfectly zen about the results, and then afterwards I was like, oh, this is nice. Like I can not give a fuck about this going forward. And then you start playing like not in this sort of format and without all that on the line, and I was like, oh shit, I care about flips again. What the fuck happened?
Well, it's also like there's no hand history, so I don't even know what's going on. Like, I actually have no idea about the results. I just see the EV and I was like, okay, I won like one by an EV. I'm very happy with that. It would be nice to have the hand histories, but maybe one day we'll get them.
Do you know, like, are you supposed to get them sometime soon, or it's not sure?
Well, they were supposed to come March 10th, so just to give you an idea on the timeline. It's been a minute.
Could be any day now, then.
Could be any day, yeah. Really sweating over here.
Aye.
We got a good question from Future Luck in the chat. Is it true that with poker, it's hard to get to the top, but relatively easy to stay at the top? You guys are both pretty much at the top.
I mean, Clickr's been semi-retired for like 5 years, and he's still one of the top guys, so gotta be.
Whoa, buddy. I have my phases of retirement and unretirement.
That's why you're semi-retired.
Well,
Heads up, Fedor Holtz.
When the shit talking gets too intense, then I have to do something about it. Then I'll go back to hibernating until it happens again. It's like it's a nice cycle.
Yeah.
The chirping gets too loud, I have to do something.
I'll bear that in mind next time I can't get any action.
So what do you do?
I feel like it's worked out pretty well for you so far. You ask me for game like 9 times, and you'll get to play like 2 of them.
It's like rolling the dice to see if you get action, and then you work out whether you're happy about it afterwards.
Yeah.
Clickr, what do you do when you take a break from poker?
I don't really take breaks from poker.
I thought you just said sometimes you take a break for a while.
Well, it's mostly from battling. Playing the other top guys. I'm always playing something.
Okay.
But it's kind of the same thing. Traveling a lot, whatever.
Since it's the first time actually that we got you on, any chance you could tell us a little bit about you? Like, how long have you been playing? What did you start playing initially? Did you make a 2+2 post like Linus playing No Limit 10 back in the day?
Not really.
What did you start?
Just came to shit talk Owen mostly. I think I started playing poker in 2015 or something.
Okay, so not
maybe 2016.
Not the longest time then.
Well, almost half my life. So it's kind of long considering.
But 2015 was 11 years ago.
Yeah, he's been playing longer than me, and I'm 2 years older than him. Like, and I'm still. I mean, wait, when did he start playing? Actually, yeah. Well, we must be past the statute of limitations for underage gambling.
Early.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the PLO players. He said that he was a pro player since he was 14 years old. Is that kind of sick?
Train him young.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think most top players, like Dwan started playing when he was like 14 or 15 too, I think.
I mean, the 14-year-olds playing now were born after Black Friday, so yeah, they gotta be doing okay.
Owen, at what age did you start playing again?
I went pro at 21. But I guess I started playing at uni at 20.
Okay. It feels like if you go past
late bloomer.
if you go past a certain age, probably it's hard to have the same rise, don't you think?
Well, yeah, because you just have other shit to do.
Yeah.
Once you once you get a job, there's just like, even if you get really obsessed with poker, there's a limit to how many hours a day you can put. And also it's like you're just going to be tired from whatever you're doing at work. But I don't know. I was doing a philosophy degree, so there was plenty of time to dick around and play cards. So, you know. But like, I feel like people are kind of on the clock. And even then, like, people were always telling me to like finish my degree. And I was like, if I finish my degree and then I get a job, then I might never do this, you know? Fuck that.
It's also easier to care about winning, you know, $100 in a day when you're 19 years old.
The moment, it's also kind of the opposite. If you haven't worked a real job, you don't know the value of money, which makes it easier to gamble it. Like, I feel like if if you don't have that context, it's much easier to play. Like, because it's like if you're playing really high stakes and you're thinking about what the money's worth, you're just not going to play well. So it's nicer not being able to contextualize it in a way. At least I would guess. Obviously, it's hard to say, but that's my guess.
I mean, I think when you're playing high stakes, like, all bets are off. It's a pretty good career. But I think before that, when you're at the 200, 500 level, if you're winning there, you're making good money if you're 18. But if you're like 30 and all your friends are university graduates, that salary might not be comparably.
Yeah, no healthcare and like whatever too as well if you're in the States. I mean, if you're in the UK, it's fine. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's I guess you have to get into it kind of young. I wonder, like, clock was probably ticking. I didn't even know it. I was like dicking around, doing my philosophy degree, wasting my time. Should have been grinding cards.
All right, let's do. I got one last question, and then we'll do some shout outs, which nobody will have any anyway, as usual. If you guys, can you name some players that you would have liked to see in this? You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but I think it'd be pretty fun to hear like some names, just for fun, right? It's a fun question. I'll go first. So I'll say, oh, hi, Mark, Stefan, and John Smith is my
Wait, sorry, what are we doing?
Like we're naming the people that we would have liked to see in this challenge.
In this challenge,
yeah, three
people.
3 people. So I got hi Mark, Stefan, and John Smith, the guy that keeps crushing in the.
Yeah. John Smith for sure.
All right, Clickr, you wanna go next? Anyone else?
Well, it's a bit of a double-edged sword because I mean, you'd kind of want to see Barry, but you also don't want to play Barry. So yeah.
You want to see Barry in someone else's group.
Exactly. You want to see Barry play, but not against you.
Well,
like an
also,
exhibition.
You kind of get to play Barry for cheap, right? You know, otherwise to play Barry, you got to play him at 40k or whatever. Like, I don't know what the minimum stake is to play him these days, but you know, you can play him at 10k. It's like, you know, you're getting a discount on your money.
That's also true.
Yeah.
Could this be like? Go ahead, sorry.
10k might be too low. Maybe he just throws it off.
Yeah. That's the thing as well. If he's playing like
advertising to get some 40k or 60k action.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, you want Barry in there for the experience and also hoping he doesn't give a fuck about the money.
This could be like Memphis' free coaching in a way.
Very free.
Pistol Johnny.
Oh yeah, Isildur would be fun. We tried to get him. We tried so hard to get Isildur to play, but we only fought.
I'm honestly surprised he didn't play.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't.
Not thinking about it. I didn't know that was even an option. But like, given how much he's been playing Alphinum and stuff, I'm kind of surprised he wouldn't play at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's because of the Phenom deal. I mean, I don't know specific. That's my guess.
Yeah.
But like last minute, we were just like, oh, who could we get as like our last player to like bump up? And we were like, I don't know, like Isildur maybe one time. But yeah, that would have been pretty sick. I don't know who else would be. I mean, it would be fun. It'd be fun to have Doug on, but yeah, he's obviously got his other shit.
I mean, out of the other tough guys online, I feel like Davey and Yassam would have been pretty fun.
Oh yeah, Davey. Yeah. Davey and Yassam.
I don't know why I've been playing with a bunch. But not that many hands.
Davy's so much fun though. Like
It is a lot
playing
of fun to play.
Davy's so like it's just the amount of times you get raised just out of fucking nowhere is like he does all the raising in bullshit spots to make up for like, you know, every time someone misses a 5% raise, Davy takes that and makes up for it in the pool. Like, so he's like balancing the entire high stakes pool with random bullshit raises. He's I thank him for his service. It's a lot of fun to play against him. He's up so like every time he plays me, he like stacks me twice and then goes, "Oh, sorry, I've got to go." Like his BB per 100 against me must be like insane. And then I'm like, "Why aren't you hunting me, man? You're up like 300k, like 20 hands at a time. Come on, man." But
I had the same experience against him. I think he won like 20 binds and like no hands at all.
yeah. And like you're on the clock as well. You get stacked and you're just like, "Oh fuck me, we're not getting it back. We got 10 hands."
You guys took the question so seriously, by the way. I thought you like, you know, you could have given some fun answers. Like Neymar, Neymar, Timothée Chalamet, O.C. Ketola, you know, like some guys like this. You guys are like, no, Barry, Davy.
Yeah, let's get Aussie involved. Yeah, go on.
I mean, David was up 24 binds in 2k hands, which is how many hands this challenge is. So that'd be a nice amount of damage to inflict. 24
you
binds.
Just see Davy like the other guy in his group wins both their matches, but like Davy dusts one of us by so much that he wins the group.
It's kind of weird too, like how kind of relatively little variance there's been in all of the matches overall. I think PLO included.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying, man. Doing my best.
It's not for like a trying.
Yeah.
Card's not cooperating.
Dan, did you have an answer maybe, or even a question?
I mean, I was just going to follow up and see if it was known why Davy didn't play, because obviously he put in a lot of volume in the six banks. I thought he would have been a shoe-in for playing this one. Just a scheduling thing, or
I don't think it's known, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he loves heads up. I think he sort of plays it when he's missing poker and battling enough that he settles for playing heads up, but he would much rather play free-handed or six max or whatever.
Right.
So yeah, and then like he doesn't get action for long enough. He battles some people heads up, but just to scratch the itch. But I don't think it's his favorite format.
And then you've got guys like Flushy, where it's the opposite. He plays six max when he's forced to.
Yeah, I mean, I think Flushy just likes playing too big for a lot of the six max action. Right. It's hard to get, a table of people to play like 2-4, but getting a heads up match at 1-2 or 2-4 plus is kind of easier. You only need one guy to say yes to it.
I don't know how easy it is if you're Flushy.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's probably hard for him to get any kind of action. I mean, he was playing, but he was playing like the big ring games in Macau recently, I heard. Yeah, those ones are.
Yeah. If for somebody else, say like Owen, it wouldn't be that hard to increase the stakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Hajeb in the chat said Charlie Carroll, and Nate responded Charlie would get eaten alive. Oh, he would get live reads, dude. Krunda said Clickr was battling Venny heads up PLO. Is there a reason he's not playing the PLO as well?
Yeah, honestly, it's because I fucked up. I should have played both.
Wow, really?
I mean, now thinking about it, it seems so obvious in hindsight. That's the only person who would play both. I probably should have played both.
That's legendary right there.
I mean, if I somehow managed to win both, it'd be like such a legendary event that it's worth the dust just in case. Just in case we're in that timeline where I just happened to win both.
Well, you were worried it would be too many hands?
Convince...
Well, no, not really, but I just felt like the PLO field was going to be like the top 7 players. and then I'm playing Hold'em on the side, so it's probably not a great spot for me.
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
might have
Dan.
convinced Barry to come and join. Just, we'll get another guy playing both. Get him to try and win both.
What are you saying about Clickr's PLO game?
I'm not saying anything about Clickr's PLO. I'm just trying to think of people that play
he
both.
enters the PLO and Barry's like licking his lips.
I mean, I don't think there's many people that enter the PLO pool that Barry's not licking his lips. To be honest,
Yeah.
Guy's such a legend.
Yeah, unless he's looking in the mirror, I think he's licking his chops.
Dan,
Challenging himself to heads up.
He kind of got blasted by Sanita though. That was pretty one-sided.
Well, yeah, but it's not him that quit. He said he'll play till death, and Sanita is the one that quit. Important distinction.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I think the only person Barry's ever quit was Sauce, right? At 8 game.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's the only person ever that he's quit.
Dan, did you want to answer the question about the players you would like to see in?
I mean, I think probably most of the names would have been said, but yeah, throw in some of the old guys. Get Sauce back from retirement. Get him to play Tom Dwan. Get Jungle and Tom Dwan in a group. See how that goes.
Have a segregated group where it's like Jungle, Dwan, and Polk. Just for the table talk. Because they all
Charlie Carroll as well. Yeah, get Doug and
it's hard to play this event if you're completely broke, though. So I think he's disqualified.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. Bang bang.
Yeah. Dude, I
actually think about it. Yeah, Doug would have been really fun to have.
Yeah, I mean he's got some time on his hands now, right? I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
Ivica, do you want to take it?
Doug was my first pick. Second would be Limitless, and the third would be Tom Dwan.
Yeah, these are good ones.
Guys, I would love to see, and if possible, like a bonus, some VIP. I don't know, Bill Perkins or somebody, just to make game more.
Oh, but yeah, Bill was doing a little bit of heads up study as well, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he was. Yeah. Who was it? He dusted it. It was. Oh, Clicker, you should know. You coached the fucking guy.
Landon Tice.
Yeah, Landon.
nice.
His favorite student, from what I hear.
That's great. I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Yeah, why didn't Limitless play?
I think the schedules just didn't work out. He was gonna play.
Yeah.
Okay. And True Teller, would he play something like this?
I think too small for him.
If it's 10x the stakes minimum.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, then I guess like you would have had to do groups with the sickos that are ready to play No Limit 100K, and then groups with people that prefer playing No Limit 10K, but then it's like not really the same thing anymore. So it's probably not feasible. All right, guys. Yeah, that's going to be it for now with the stream. Thank you so much, everybody, who joined. A spectator, also our guest here, and it's the favorite moment of everybody, right? It's the shout-outs. So who's got any shout-outs? Let's start with Dan. Maybe you can inspire the rest of our guests.
Well, I'm getting married a few weeks from now, or I'm having my official wedding ceremony. So I'll give a shout out to my wife to be. She's not watching, but shout out to her.
All right.
Aw.
Is that good enough? I always get slated on here for not having enough shout outs.
Good luck following that up, guys. Ivica, who you got?
Nobody tonight.
What?
Thanks for having me. I'm just happy to be here, and I hope Owen puts more volume in. Like this every third day is not acceptable, bro.
What do you mean? I have to play 1,800 hands. It doesn't matter how I play them. What is this?
That's a joke volume, you know it.
I'm glad somebody said it out loud.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, always
No,
complaining about
it's my
volume,
turn
bro.
to duck Clickr. You know, usually when Clickr asks you for a game in your DMs, you know that if you say no, you might not get to play for 6 months. But now I can say no every fucking day, and I know he has to play me tomorrow. It's great to have that power in my hand.
It was
But you
supposed to be
gotta
the
think about
shoutouts.
the fans, bro. Fans wanna see you play and put volume. You can't just be the best in the win rate. You gotta push some volume too. You know.
What? How am I-
Wow.
Oh,
Add some port tabling. I want to see you port
whatever.
table.
I'm not gonna fight it. I'm not gonna fight it.
We could just have a gentleman's agreement here right now to double the max number of hands, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, shout
4K.
out for show tables. From tomorrow on, show tables if possible. You know.
I think there's-
yeah,
I think we're gonna have one show table.
Yeah, I asked Kaki, but I don't know, they went up, but whatever. Hopefully that's
That's awesome.
tomorrow.
Damn, I thought you were gonna do the
Yeah.
shoutouts, but it came the call out. Civica is like shout out to, to
Okay,
Prodigy's
that's-
low
that's
volume.
that's my call out. Yeah. Fuck it. Leave it at that. Mic drop. There we go.
All right,
It's
Owen.
all it's in good, it's in good tone. Don't worry, bro. We support you. Thank you, Johan, for having me, and thank you, guys. This call was amazing, and of course, to all the fans that are following the competition.
You're welcome, bro.
Shout out to them.
Prodigy, your shout out, your turn.
No, I did mine. I did mine. It's Clicker's turn.
All right,
I'm
Clickr.
sticking with that.
That was my call out.
All right, thank you, guys.
Yeah, no, I just stole your call out. All right. Yes, in the yard.
You can't call out yourself.
All right, thank you, guys. I wish you all a good night, and you're welcome back on the stream anytime. Good luck in the rest of the challenge to the two competitors in the call. Much love. We'll see you guys very soon.
So, yeah.
All right, thanks. Bye.
See you guys.
All right, guys. Another fun stream wraps up. Big thank you to all our guests, all the viewers as well. CoinPoker for putting this on. Amazing Jack. You're always there, my guy. Appreciate you. What's up, Smeeble? We need them to have cameras and mics to talk while playing. I should definitely follow up on that. I just saw Hajeb wrote Charlie versus Stefan, 15 no limit heads up for rolls. That's sick, bro. That's messed up. Too far. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We're back tomorrow with more action. Much love, everyone. Have a good night. Take care. See you very soon.